Hello, welcome back. Today's episode dives into one of the most unique programs we offer here at GoEco. It's our teen-only adventure volunteer programs. These trips run only once a year, only in the summer for 2 weeks, and they're designed exclusively for ages 15 to 17. It's a rare chance for teens around the world to come together, explore a new country, get hands-on volunteer experience, build confidence and independence in a safe and fully guided environment. Each itinerary is packed with adventure, culture, conservation work, meaningful learning, all supported by our dedicated teen coordinators who travel with the group the entire time. Today's episode features one of our teens from this summer's Costa Rica Sea Turtle program. You'll meet Nia, 16, curious, brave, and the kind of teen who searches the internet for environmental opportunities and somehow ends up on a remote, solar-powered turtle conservation camp 2 hours away from anything and holding baby sea turtles at sunrise. You'll hear about that. You'll also hear from her dad, Ted, giving a behind-the-scenes look as to what it's really like to send your teen abroad for the first time with GoEco, and the research, the pre-trip support, Zoom calls, WhatsApp updates, and all that he needed to prepare and feel like she's thriving on that trip. I loved chatting with them, but first and foremost, this episode is a window into what makes our teen-only summer programs so special. So let's get into it.
Zoe,
Hi.
how are you?
Oh, good. I'm so happy to chat with you. How are you doing?
Yeah, me too. I love Muhammad Ali. Well
Oh,
done.
thank you. You're the first person to ever point it out. I keep thinking, when is anyone going to recognize Muhammad Ali?
How whatever his phrase was. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Exactly. That's the one.
Yeah. Nia's remote at her mom's, I think, so she'll be calling in.
Okay, great.
Anyway.
Wow.
All right. So thanks for having us on.
Yeah. Thank you so much for catching up with me. We care about everybody who goes on our trips here at Go Eco, and this trip is so special being a teenager and joining our teen group. It only happens once a year in the summer. So we always like to touch base, ask you how it was. I know overall you guys mentioned it was lots of fun, and we just love to hear the perspective of you as a traveler, Nia, and also you, Ted, as a parent who entrusted us with your child abroad. So let's start with overall, I'll start with you, Nia. What kind of inspired you to want to do this? Were you the one who brought this to your parents or vice versa? Or how did this all start?
I was just online looking for stuff to do over summer, and I found it. I found it while just looking for stuff related to like environmental studies or whatever. And then I brought it to my dad and we looked up reviews to see if it was real. And then we signed up.
Okay. And so for you, Ted, as a parent, how did you find like the initial inquiry process with our team and learning about it?
You guys were really buttoned up, I have to say, from the reviews were great. That helped, of course. And the whole process was pretty straightforward. I mean, you needed a lot of documents and stuff, but the portals I thought were very easy to navigate. That was awesome. I thought what was really helpful was that pre-Zoom call that we had with you all, with Alejandra, seeing the other people, like, okay, this is real. She's actually going. It's gonna, and it's gonna be great. And so the whole process was great. I felt very, very comfortable with her going. And then the whole trip, I loved the WhatsApp chat and just being always in the loop every day. It was great. It allowed me to leave Nia alone and not text her, what's going on? So she was on her own, and anyway, the whole thing I thought was really, really well done. Very impressed.
Awesome. Oh, I love to hear that. And so, Nia, how about you in the beginning of your journey? What was the arrival like? Did you feel as a teen girl traveling on your own, did you feel that you had that support from us with the WhatsApp group? Talk me through the arrival.
Yeah, no, it was good. They were texting the whole time in the WhatsApp, like exactly where she would meet me, and then she sent like a photo of the sign. So I just kept walking until I saw her and it was good. And then she put me in like a nice Uber, whatever, to the place, and it was completely fine. I liked that she stood there and met us all at the airport and like we had like a place to go and it was nice because I was like the first one there. So that's it.
Nice. Okay, cool. So the arrival was smooth. You were in touch with us the whole time. And yeah. That WhatsApp group honestly is awesome. We love those. We do that for all of our destinations, but especially the teen groups. We love to have those. Okay. And then so talk me through that first week was a little bit more sightseeing and things around. And then towards the second week, primarily the turtle work and things like that. So how did you feel that the schedule was overall? There was lots going on. Walk me through that.
Yeah, the schedule was good. I think that we did a lot of driving the whole time, but it was fun because it was beautiful. I had fun on like every tour. I enjoyed the things we did. I was primarily there for the turtle conservation part, but it was fun to see like all the animals and like do all the tours and stuff. So that was good. I really didn't mind it. I think it was like a good transition, especially for everyone. I think like as a group too, like we could become like friends and then we would go to the place where we like live together in one room for a week, you know?
Awesome. Yeah. So we like to tell, especially other teens who want to join these types of trips. Most of you guys are coming on your own independently and just meeting a bunch of strangers. But these trips are so cool because you're joining like a unique purpose, a unique goal. It's very targeted for people who share your same interests and things like that. So we like to say that it's easy to make friends because of that. You're all there with the same kind of mindset. Would you agree?
Yeah, I definitely think that that was a big part of it, and I also like that everyone was from, like, different parts of the world, and, like, we all had different stories to tell each other, like, it made it a very fun experience to travel with all those different types of people, but everyone was primarily interested in, like, the turtles and, like, seeing really cool things, and, like, of course, they came to Costa Rica, so, they were expecting that, and, like, I think it was really good, yeah. Like, it was a good group. But I think that the original size of the group was supposed to be, like, 13 or whatever, 15 people or something, but I think that, like, the smaller group was actually way better, especially because it was only Alejandra there. I don't think if we had one more person, it could have been as smooth as it was. I think the small group actually made it a lot better.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. I was originally, people change their schedules, and we usually make sure the number of kids who are going to go have an appropriate number of guides. I'm glad that you agree that that was good size group for the one coordinator. So Alejandra was with you the entire time and she helped kind of guide you guys along the way.
Yeah, she was great. She was like the best. She was like one of the best parts of my experience. Like, not gonna lie.
Oh, awesome. So what stood out to you the most then about how she added to the trip? And
Well, I mean, she kind of just like was our mother for like 2 weeks, and that's basically how she acted the whole time. But it was really great. I mean, she was honestly just like our friend, but like she also organized everything very well, and like she obviously knew a lot about the places that we were at and the animals we were seeing. Like she told me all these things. She made it like a really big focus to like educate us about the environment and like how it's being impacted, and like she did that the whole trip, and she she knew I was like interested in learning Spanish, and she did teach me like a good like, she taught me things while she was speaking. That's very important. So I think she was really great.
awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, we love her. She was the first time that she did this group with us. So we've heard so many wonderful things about her. So we definitely want to keep her around. So I'm glad to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah.
Okay. So was there any specific day or event that really stood out to you when you were there?
I think the biggest thing that stood out to me was honestly just the camp, like when we were there working with turtles. Like that was just the most amazing thing because the way that they have it set up is really cool. And I think the camp in general is really great. They said we were their second group of teenagers to go to that camp, which is insane. But like they actually had it running really well. And like honestly, like I can't pick a day, but like that whole week was like one of the best weeks of my life. Like it was really great. Like it was a beautiful place. Yeah.
And you held the turtle.
Yeah. And I held the turtle.
Yeah. So tell me, what was like, did you see baby turtles, just the big turtles?
Well, so like there was night patrols and there was morning patrols. And the night patrols were us like looking for the big sea turtles like laying eggs, and they would like find exactly where the nest is and measure all the turtles and count the eggs in the nest so that they could like do research on how many eggs successfully hatch. Originally, like we were doing a lot of like hands-on work, but then as I just kept like I kept asking like, can I do more? And they were like, yeah. And they like they consistently like with the people that were interested in it, let them do more. It was like very lenient. It wasn't like they had a schedule for us, but it wasn't like you have to follow this, you have to do this, you know what I mean? Like it was lenient. We could switch places, we could do whatever. So that was really nice. And we would work with like the big turtles, and then I only did one morning patrol. I did a night patrol, went to sleep at 1 a.m., did a morning patrol, woke up at 5 a.m. And then we went over and like the girl that we were doing the patrol with is like famous in the camp for finding the baby sea turtles. So yeah, we basically just like went and she dug a hole and she like found some and like we held them. It was cool.
So was there anything about the experience that really surprised you?
I don't know, like, I feel like I had no idea what was gonna happen going into it. Like, I didn't know they say sea turtle conservation, but like, what does that mean? So I feel like pretty much all of it surprised me. But one thing that was really cool was like how the camp is 2 hours away from anything. So like, it was really nice to like not create waste for like a week, and like it's completely solar powered. They use water from the nearby river. Like, it's really interesting, like how it felt to not be. It was just different than living like, literally anywhere else.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Did you walk away feeling like you've learned quite a bit about their environmental approach and eco-friendly lifestyle? And it's one of the most unique things about that camp is that they try to be zero waste as much as possible, and they have their own like regenerative farm, little gardens, things like that. So did you feel like the lifestyle then and the living accommodations, you learned a lot taking away from it?
Yeah, I feel like there were so many little things that they had recycled that they had used, like, instead of throwing it away, and I think that those are, like, really good ideas, and so I think those are interesting because like, I can im like, put that in my life here, like, even though I don't live 2 hours from anything and, like, need to do that? So
Mhm.
I think that was really cool. There's so many little things that they had recycled that they had used, like, instead of throwing it away, and I think that those are, like, really good ideas. And so I think those are interesting because like, I can im like, put that in my life here, like, even though I don't live 2 hours from anything and, like, need to do that? So
Mhm.
I think that was really cool.
Very cool. That's awesome. And so did you personally feel prepared for the trip, like with our team support before you went?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay. It's a short trip, right? So we try to fit as much as we can in that little time period. Do you have any advice for the next kids that would go next summer?
This might be a crazy one, but I think you should bring less than you think you need because everyone brought, like, 1 or 2 big suitcases. And I brought a backpack, and everyone was like, "All my stuff is disgusting." Like, this is specific to Costa Rica because, like, everything gets, like, wet and whatever in Costa Rica. But they were like, "All my stuff smells disgusting," and I only used, like, 4 things. And I'm like, "Yeah, that's the thing, like, you didn't need to bring all of that?" And it made those trips so much easier for me that I could just have my backpack, like, that's what I would say, just bring less than you think you need.
That's great
Right.
advice.
That is a great advice. People don't realize that when you're traveling, especially in dirty places, when you're working hard and you're out and about, you really only wear like 2 shirts and 1 pair of
Yeah,
shorts.
like, the packing list was good. They had really good things on the packing list, and I think, like, there was a section that was, like, essential things. I brought all those things, and that was what I needed, but you don't need, like, 5 different you don't need, like, a bunch of like, some people brought dresses and stuff. You can, like, bring way less than you think. Just the essentials on the packing list?
Zoe, Zoe, look at the pictures and you see them, they're all dressed up and there's Nia in her bathing suit.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's true.
Love it.
Yeah. All you need is that. You're in Costa Rica. That's true.
Would you-
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so cool. So then would you, Nia, recommend the trip for other teens?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Awesome. And Ted, as a parent, would you recommend the trip, GoEco? Would
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm good on Google and reviews. And as a dad, I'll certainly leave a great review for you guys. Super good.
That's awesome. Cool. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's awesome.
Yeah. course.
Great. Is there anything else that maybe I missed or that you wanted to say about the trip overall feedback? Good, bad?
No.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you for the great opportunity for Nia. That was awesome. Really. And I will say, because you were talking about the testimonials and things, that was really helpful for me to go in and see real people. You could tell it wasn't, shit, it was real. Like,
Yeah.
these are real buttoned up people. And you guys kept proving that a lot. We started, I think, Nia, in January or February when you first brought this. And so all along the way, everybody we talked to, everybody that communicated was buttoned up. And that, there's nothing worse than, a dropped email or nobody calling back or nobody communicating to like, wait, if you can't do that. But everything was really well done. So
Awesome.
kudos. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh,
We lost Nina.
oh, well, thank you
She
for
was
saying
done.
that. I'll make sure to pass
Yeah.
that on to our team.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that.
Okay. You got it. All right, Zoe. Great to connect with you.